So I hope everyone is doing well today. We are going to walk 57th Street. Not quite the complete distance. I mean, it's one block down that way if we wanted to do it complete, but we'll get plenty of walking in here. I passed by 57th Street a few times going through the city. There's a CBS News building right across the street, by the way, on the corner of 57th and 11th. You see that big satellite dish right there? It's a big building. So if you've been watching, the last walk I did was 10th Avenue. It was same day, very murky. This time I took my jacket off, so it's much more comfortable walking now. So 57th Street, as you know, is known for its very high-end retail. We will eventually be getting into that area and some very high-end hotels. High-end hotels and apartments and all that good stuff. So we're going to be seeing all that stuff as we walk across Manhattan, literally walking across Manhattan. We are walking from west side to the east side. We're also walking uphill, by the way. It is a nice little uphill here. Here we are on 10th Avenue. Remember this? We were just here. Now we're on 57th Street. Watch this truck make a turn. See some of the older tenement buildings across the street over there. Some nice stone faced with the old fire escapes. You got about 1, 2, 3, 4 stories above the main. Those have the same amount of stories, but they're bigger. So if you look at these, if you look next to it, you got 2 4-story buildings. Well, if you count the bottom, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But you could see how The ones are the darker shade one is taller, bigger. Looks like they got bigger windows too. The weather is still muggy. Temperature's about 65. We do have storms coming through later. Got a little church nestled in right here. Look at that. Those are together. Looks like those buildings are together. There's another church right here. Really beautiful church. This is nice. I like this one. Look at that. You can see a lot of nice brick stone buildings. That building over there looks like it's getting some renovation done. I'm gonna try and make this light. Alright, we are on 9th Avenue, making our way down 57th Street. Got this building to my left here with the arches. Look at the arches in the courtyard there. A lot of cool stuff to see on 57th Street. Now we are walking into a little bit of a headwind. It's not that strong, so we should be okay. I just took my battery pack off. I was charging the camera. You know, these streets are so long, you got so many pedestrians that they need to cross. So you'll see this from time to time, these mid-street crosswalks with the lights. So this is the middle of the street here. You'll see that a lot in New York City. You got a very long street and people need to get across. They don't want people to have to, you know, especially those old people, they don't want old people to have to walk all the way down to the crosswalk on either corner. So they'll just, they'll have a street that has like a crosswalk down the middle of it. So we'll be passing by a lot of these new matchstick buildings, which I like to call them. These are the newer buildings that have been built in the last 10 years. The high-end apartment, condos, whatever you want to call them. Plenty of famous people living in these buildings. Looking down on all of us plebs. Telling us how to think. While, you know what I always find funny about actors and actresses? Let me see if I can make it across the street. Yeah, I can make it. If I do a little jog in here. When you have actors and actresses that tell people like us how to live and act and think while acting in a movie with a character that is exactly what they're describing us not to do. Wow, it got really dark over here, huh? Scaffolding. I hate scaffolding, let me tell you. All right, we're crossing Broadway. There you go. Look at that bad boy. One of the tallest buildings in New York City.
Yeah, Eva Kate. Yeah.
And you have Nordstrom at the base of this big one here. This is the Art Students League of New York. Very nice building. Look at the you see the work on the arches. You like the art. Very nice. look at these old stone, nice cut stone buildings all the way up too. Like, look how high these buildings go that are all cut stone. Look at that, all the way up there. About 10 stories. There's a lot of art stores down here. This is the fine art place on Central Park, 57th Street, right outside Central Park. We're only a couple blocks from Central Park. Popular place. You probably have to pull a mortgage to buy something in there. I mentioned Central Park. We'll get a look at it right here. To my left. It's only a couple blocks from here. It's where most of the streets terminate. Central Park South. Carnegie Hall. Looks like it's getting a renovation. It's pretty interesting. They did scaffolding, and what they did was they kind of printed out Carnegie Hall on the scaffolding. It's like wrapped in a gift box. You got the Russian tea room over here, right next to Carnegie Hall Tower. Russian tea room. So you got a lot of, 57th Street has a lot of popular, famous places. 57th Street to me is it's like a landmark on its own. The whole street's a landmark. Got another very popular, famous place right here to my right. Yo, I really look like a tourist today. I mean, I am stopping and I am aiming my camera places. This is supposed to be a walking channel, not a sightseeing channel, but it is 57th Street, so. So I guess what we'll do is we'll do some walking now. We'll do some just straight up walking. We're actually making pretty good time with the crosswalks. We tend to get to a crosswalk on a major avenue right when the light is changing for us. So there it goes. We just got a green light for that one. You gotta watch these cars. I want to jump right through the crosswalk because they're all in a hurry. Look right at me. He was flooring it, and then he saw me and he slowed down. So we are on 57th Street. We started pretty much almost at the beginning on the other end. We could have went one avenue down and started at the west end of Manhattan, but we started at 11th, I believe.
Great seeing you. Okay. I agree.
And we're going to make our way down to the other side. Looks like they've knocked down a lot of buildings on this block. So another, you bet, is going to be more of these big, tall matchstick skyscrapers. See a big pile of rock and dirt and bricks over there. That is not an E, that is a 9. We are on the other side. It's the 9 for the building next to me is 9 West 57.
You know what's funny?
There you go. Now it's a 9. Okay, there you go. Almost looks like an apple. It almost looks like an apple. All right, here you go, 5th Avenue. We're going to be passing by another popular place coming up. Well, there's one popular place 1 block over from us. I don't know if I have to even give you the introduction of whose building that is right here. That is Trump Tower right there. .57th and 5th, one of the busiest intersections on, actually it's probably the busiest intersection on all of 57th Street. I mean, it's just bad. You can see it's always gridlocked. I mean, it's just dangerous. Like, where do you cross, you know? Like, when I get the light, do I walk in front of this bus? They're crazy. I would never do that, even if the traffic is stopped, because it only takes one opening for one of these cars to like decide. See? You see that? That's what happens. I told you. The minute these cars get an opening, they'll gun it. And if you're walking in front, you're gonna end up getting hit. tourists. Okay, here you go. Louis Vuitton. The big Louis Vuitton with the giraffe. Try and get a good look here. I'll go out into the street to get you guys a good look. Right here. This is safe right here. Hold on. Just stands right here behind the bus before this truck jumps in front. And I'll give you guys a look at the other side. There you go. Alright, so we have officially made it to the east side. Fifth Avenue splits it, so we passed Fifth Avenue. We're now on the east side of Manhattan. So if you notice, the streets will have an E in front of the number now. So now we're on East 57th, not West 57th. You got to be careful crossing Madison Avenue over here. Look at this, see? Well, he did the right thing. So this walk and the last walk, the 10th Avenue walk and this walk, we really gave you guys a look at some traffic in New York City. I mean, this is the busiest that you're gonna see traffic. Don't worry, I didn't forget. I know people are probably saying turn the camera to the right. So we'll get by the street over here. This was the first of the matchstick buildings to go up. And if you're wondering where I was right outside the Four Seasons Hotel. Look at that. Nice little segue there. From time to time, you'll see a lot of paparazzi hanging out right outside the Four Seasons. You get a lot of famous people that walk in and out of there. So we've been working for about 30 minutes. We've made it to Park Avenue. We are making our way to the other side. Park Avenue. Definitely not an avenue you want to play Frogger on. See a lot of bikers mixing in with the traffic here. There are no bike lanes on Park Avenue, and I don't foresee that ever happening. Lexington Avenue. That's the Oscorp building. Oh, this is a Chick-fil-A. This is a Chick-fil-A I used to go to all the time. If I wanted to get Chick-fil-A, that was the one I went to over there. I was working in the area over here. Maybe I haven't had Chick-fil-A in years. The last time I had Chick-fil-A was... Oof, it was before the pandemic, I'll tell you that much. Long time. It might have been, when come to think about it, it might have been the day before they locked down the city. March 12th. It's easy to remember the date. It's easy to remember the date they locked down the city because it was on Friday the 13th. So that's how I remember. Everybody's going to think like I'm a Rain Man or something. But that's how I remember. It was Friday the 13th was the first day. The city was shut down and everyone thought that it was going to be 2 weeks. And man, boy, did we not know better. You could go back in my channel. That's when I really started doing walking with the GoPro. I did some videos walking around the city during the lockdown, so they got a lot of views. All right, we're getting close to the other ends of Manhattan over here. We just passed 3rd. We are going to get to 2nd Avenue eventually. Now, in all fairness, this was not a complete walk of 57 because I started one block from the west side. So maybe what we'll do is we'll end it one block from the east side. We'll see how it works out. I think I would have to end it over here. No, I think we got another block down there. We got some blocks. See, the temperature and time is 12:51 p.m., 64 degrees. Looks like the temperature dropped 1 degree. A traffic cop directing traffic. All right, so we've made it to 2nd Avenue. We were just down here in the beginning of the year. We did a walk all the way over to, actually, we went all the way down from Chinatown down to 59th. So we had another good walk today through Manhattan. We're now back to tenement buildings on either side. That'll take you up to the Queensboro Bridge, the 59th Street Bridge. So we're going to end it here on 1st Avenue. So we went from 11th to 1st. 10 long city blocks. Not your same distance city blocks that you would get in like the outer boroughs. Well, some boroughs do have long blocks. I know Queens has some long blocks. Especially in Astoria. And in over at Maspeth. But we're going to end it here. One block. We started one block from the west side, and we're going to end it pretty much one block from the east side. So I want to thank everybody for taking a walk with me here on 57th Street. So we walked about 40 minutes. It's like 41 minutes about. And we had a really good walk here on the, well, right down 57th Street, Manhattan. So I want to wish everybody a good day. Hope everyone has a good rest of the day. And I will catch you all on the next one. So take care and bye-bye.